Hi everyone, this is Laura from Lime and Joy. Today I'm going to go ahead and do a cash wallet unstuffing and restuffing to get myself set up for October. Plus, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with my magic paycheck this month and a little bit of a savings challenge at the end. So let's get into it. All right, everybody, so we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into it. First off, the first thing we need to do is unstuff this wallet, and then we'll get into my magic month and what I'm doing with my paycheck and all of that. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and take out anything that I didn't spend. And this is probably the best way to have extra money. People ask me a lot, like how to, push forward your debt-free journey, or maybe you're debt-free, but you want some extra money to put towards savings challenges. This is it. The more disciplined you are with spending your money out of your wallet, the more you will have left over. So we're just going to go ahead and take all this out. And typically I'd put it towards probably debt. But to be honest, I have my magic month this month, and I could put this toward debt, but I have Christmas coming, birthdays coming, and things like that. So if I don't have enough in those funds, then I would have to go back into debt. So I do need to fully fund them. So for this time, because my needs arise, I'm going to go ahead and actually put it in here and cash debit. So let me just arrange this really quick, and then we can go ahead and do that. Okay, so if you've been around a while, you know that my ones have to go towards my jars. Let me get it really quick here for you guys. This is a jar. My sister made this for me, and I absolutely love it. Anyway, it was really cute because she made it all cute. Anyway, we're going to take any of our ones, and we put it in here. And this is just where I'm throwing my ones till the end of the year. So, and even my husband's gotten a little bit into it. He'll throw the ones in there. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how much we have. Like some of them are poofier than others. So, but yeah, it's growing. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I feel like it's kind of growing in there. So anyway, there's that. We'll put that off to the side here in case I come across any other ones. Now for our money, how much do we have left over? 20, 40, 60 and 20s. Let's do that. Plus 10, 20, and 10s, and 5, 10, 15, 20, and 100 even. How did I pull that one off? Okay, and then for change, let's get this change out of here. I'm going to grab my jar, and I have a little bit of extra change off the side here I need to grab as well that I've been throwing in a side pile. Okay, I know it seems crazy. I did a yard sale a few times, and I don't know if you've ever done a yard sale, but like a bunch of people always pay with change. That's where this came from. First, let's empty out this wallet because let's be honest, right? It gets too heavy when it's like this. Where are we starting at? I just put a couple in, but 52.64. All right, let me go ahead and do this real quick for you. All right, we are almost there. Oh my goodness, I gotta be honest with you. My fingers feel tired from doing that. Okay, we're at 66.39, and I am keeping out a quarter because, I don't know, might do some scratch savings challenge at the end. We'll just see what we end up doing. But this has been super fun. I just started it this year, and honestly, it was only a few dollars off of Amazon. Kind of a fun challenge thinking about what you want to inspire in your children or yourself for 2024. But if something like this would work, I mean, it's plastic, so they can't even break it, but it's kind of been fun to do. I've thought about the fact that I might like gift them some for Christmas, an empty one to inspire. Teaching our kids young is kind of a fun thing to do. Or if you're a grandparent or an uncle, aunt, these are fun gifts to bring. Or even wouldn't it be fun to take to like a like a Christmas party? I don't know, and like fill with money, but they don't know how much is in there. I don't know. I always think about this fun stuff that you could do. Okay, so we have our ones figured out, our change figured out, and my wallet is as empty can be. And I did want to talk about this as I stuff it. I got a few questions on my budget with me closeout. I'm kind of like, where's all my eating out money? Well, my eating out money is here. If it's not here, it doesn't exist. And if I overspend, which I'm human and I do, it does happen, it goes in my extra spending spot where it shouldn't go, right? So it's showing me, hey, you spent extra money here where you shouldn't have. So that's been very helpful, very eye-opening. If things get a little out of control, I can see it really quickly and pull myself together. Okay, so I take a little bit from each paycheck. I get 5 paychecks for those of you that are new to my channel. And I take each of those paychecks and I go ahead and I take a little bit and put them in here. That way I have a little bit more to stuff in the beginning of the month. Because I'm such a large family, going out to eat is a minimum usually of $50 to $75 if we're frugal, and if it's a sit-down restaurant, easy $150 every time. So this is what I do to make sure that I always have enough when I actually go out. This is for my hubby. That's his spending money. He will come and grab it, I'm sure, in any moment. And then I have my eating out. So like I said, a little bit from each paycheck. It makes it so that I have 150, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Perfect. So my son's birthday is going to be at the end of this month. So strategically, I'm going to wait to spend my eating out money for that birthday dinner because 1, my kids don't need to eat out that much. 2, why spend eating out money twice or spend birthday money on eating out? No, these are the kind of things you got to think about at the beginning of your month and plan it out. So when my kids ask me, I'm like, nope, we're going out to eat for our brother's birthday later on in the month. And it keeps everybody excited to go out to eat, but also like reality check, we're not just going out every week. Okay, then I have date night. And again, a little bit from each paycheck. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. And I want to encourage you, for those of you that can't do the 90, don't skip the date night or the friend night just because you don't have the money. There's so much you can do. We go on walks, and that's how I had some money saved up. Instead of spending the money that I had in here, I was like, look we don't need to go do anything. I don't want to go spend money. Let's go for a walk. Another time, instead of getting dinner out, we ate dinner at home and we just went and got dessert out. Well, it was way less. So again, saved money. So there's very, good, smart, strategic ways you can do to save money. This is for my kids. This is just kid extra stuff. This is mom forgot to actually do something. I have 20, 30, 35, 40. And this is a little bit extra because I forethought about the fact that it's October. So it's going to be all the parties at Halloween parties and harvest parties, and all of that is going to happen at school and at home. And so I tried to plan a little bit extra here for that as well. Again, good reason why you should plan out your savings for the next month. Next, I have Amazon, Etsy, or you would say my spending money, because I spend all my money pretty much on Amazon, Etsy. I don't have time to go to stores with 6 kids. It's not super fun, and my boys very much do not enjoy it. So instead, I usually spend money on Amazon or Etsy. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, and 90. All right, so let's go ahead and put that here. And if I'm frugal, again, more money towards debt, more money towards savings challenges. So something to think about. The visualness of this really helps if you're not in the cash budgeting habit and you're in the debt-free journey. This has really created such great self-discipline during my journey for sure. Okay, fun money, 20, 30, 40, 45. And I'll probably use some of this for, again, Halloween, candy, things like that to make the night a little more fun. We like to do a bunch of games in the backyard we'll set up. I'm not super big on trick-or-treating. I just kind of find it boring, and my kids don't really love all the Halloween decorations because they're little, and so sometimes they get scared. So we usually just do a little bit around our block, and then we stay at home, and that's when we do like baking, and the boys play games outside. They actually make them. They get all into it and do like a mini carnival in our backyard and darts and, all that stuff. Okay, we have miscellaneous. Oops, I forgot to budget for it. 15. And that's good for that in there, which was great because we actually had a class party for one of my kiddos last last week, and it needed my miscellaneous oops, and it needed a little bit of my extra money that I had. So, okay, let's see. Childcare. I'm pretty sure I already pulled it because I had to pay somebody. Let me see. Yeah, I already pulled it. So that's empty this time. And clothing, I am still saving up. I don't need any right now. These I'll use, like if I decide I'm going to go out for the month, I'll pull from my savings challenge where my extra clothing money is and put some in there if I decide I'm going to take the kids clothes shopping. Or if I'm going to doctor's visits or things like that, or I know I'm going to go buy some extra supplements or something, I'll put some money in here. And then of course, it's always great to keep a receipt envelope because like I've said before, but if you're new, I use Fetch for all my receipts and I do it all year long, and then I cash out right before Black Friday, and then I use it for Christmas gifts. So there's really good lucrative ways to do that. Usually if you sign up with somebody's code, they get extra points and you do too. So if you're interested, I'll put it below. But I definitely think it's a good way to save money and make Christmas and events like that a little bit easier on the family. Okay, so that's all done. I have unstuffed my weekly, savings here and put it into my wallet. So now my wallet is all set up for the month of October. I'm ready to go spend and be frugal as I possibly can. Now on to the conversation of my magic month. So my magic month, my magic paycheck, the way that it fell, it did have to pay like one, bill that wouldn't have been in time for the next one, because the good thing about magic months is that you have an extra paycheck, but the bad thing is it kind of throws off the timeline because it stretches out the next one to like 2 weeks down the road in the next month. And so it kind of threw a little bit of that off. So I paid that one. Long story short, the leftover amount was $900 that I have left over to put towards my debt, which I'm super excited about. And I want to let you guys know that for the month of October, any extra money that we get, that's my wallet, or from, we've planned a yard sale next weekend. I have a few other side gigs going on. Any of that I do will be going towards debt because I forgot about a debt. That's the truth. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I forgot about a debt. So when I planned this all out, I don't know how I forgot about it. I don't know. It just happened. So it's my Home Depot card. It's at a 0% APR. And maybe that's why I forgot about it. It's just minimum payment. It's set up, but I didn't set up the minimum payments correctly. So let me explain. When you get a 0% APR interest card, you have a certain amount of time to pay off what you put on it before you get a bunch of interest applied to it. So anybody who's new to this, always pay a 0% interest APR the moment you can, and definitely before it comes due. So mine comes due, I think November 1st. So I need it paid off before, I'm saying October to be safe. So I'm keeping this the same. The snowball will be the same and keep going. It's just that I need to go ahead and pay this. So praise the Lord that I got a little bit of a magic month this month, because I'm going to put it towards this. It's super helpful. So I went ahead and I have extra trackers in the back here, different ones I can use for the future. And I went ahead and just pulled one and set it up right here. And I'm going to show you guys. So this will be for Home Depot. The start date is 10/1, and it's because the amount's 0% APR, $900, and it needs to be paid off by October 30th. So there's, I count up the pigs, 900 divided by the amount of pigs we're here is $30 a pig. Okay? Here's the great thing is that I have about, I remember I had to pay some stuff. I have about $600 I can put towards this debt-free tracker right now. And then some extra side gigs I get this next month, I'll put another $300 towards it. So let's go ahead and let's fill in that we're going to do that right now and get them all colored in. Okay? Let's see. Let's use, let's use this green over here. Okay. Alrighty. So let's do that. Oh, we need to divide it first. Let's divide it. 600 divided by 3 equals, 600, divided by 30 gives me 20 of these. So let's do 20 of them. Okay, so I just want to bring up, this is a really good reason why you need to make sure that you're budgeting with your partner. If I wouldn't have budgeted with my husband and he's the one who brought up like, hey, what about Home Depot? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I completely forgot about Home Depot this whole time. It's just been on auto minimum payment. Thank you so much. I saw it on my bills, but it didn't like resonate with me that the 0 APR is coming up. This is why it's going to be vital. It's also going to be vital for like reevaluation. We looked at our bills, we looked at our debt, we looked at all the extra money that we've spent over the last 2 months that was unnecessary. It was about $400 this last month and about $500 the month before. And that's what kind of spurred on this no spend October unless budgeted. So like, unless it's in my budget, unless it was supposed to be paid a bill, I budgeted for birthdays, things like that, it's not going to happen. So I think that it's really important to sit with your partner and make sure that you're really going over this so that you're kind of like superpowering your finances instead of being tripped up from the surprises that come along, right? If I would have just, not had a big discussion at the beginning of the month, the end of the month kind of check in, he's not the kind of guy that's going to sit down and actually do the bills. So I just bring the monthly bills and go, hey, look, this is what we're doing right now. What do you think? And we kind of go over it roughly. If you can't like sit down with them, it's still worth having a conversation over it. So glad that you figured this out. I'm so thankful. It would have been really terrible to have a few extra $100 thrown at my Home Depot card when I went past that intro 0% APR. So super awesome that we figured that out and getting it paid off as quick as possible. All right, so because I saved a little bit and I decided to use it here because I have Christmas and birthdays coming up galore, I'm going to put a little bit towards here too. Again, also, I discuss this with my husband and make sure that we're on the same page when we decide to break, the typical mold and not put it towards debt. So you have to do what's best for you. And I've said in my past, and people have kind of pointed out, of course it's best and quicker to pay 100% to your debt. But if you know yourself and you're going to buy the birthday presents, the Christmas presents, and go back into debt, then I guess it's a little bit better to have a little bit of money put aside so that you can afford the things that you're going to do anyway with maybe frugality in mind. I'm very frugal when it comes to birthdays and very frugal when it comes to Christmas because we're still a debt-free journey, but I don't feel like my kids should pay for the fact that I put us in debt, right? That's my fault, not their fault. Anyway, all right, savings challenge. We have back to school. Let's definitely do one there because I use it all up for pictures. Okay, and I see a lot of, you know what? Actually, I kind of liked this color that I color the pigs with. Let's do one of these shirts in that. And I'd love to hear actually from you guys. What is something that tripped you up? Oh, wow. Look at that. My pen has exploded. What is something, let me get a paper towel really quick. Okay, I'm cleaning it up. Telling you, rubbing alcohol cleans up any of that mess. Best thing ever. Okay, what is something that has tripped you up that you decided to start saving for so that you wouldn't have to go back into debt? What, because I think we're always asking ourselves, what category do we need to keep saving for so that we don't go back into debt? Like back to school is one of mine. Birthdays is definitely one of mine. Clothing for the kids, Christmas, but car maintenance and car registration. And I love to hear more because I think it helps our whole community when people can share what kind of things get in their way and hindrance, and so that we all can do a little bit better next time. All right, birthdays. Let's go ahead and scratch off one right here and see what we get. All right, looks like we got 15, so let's do that. And I pulled out money already because I ordered my son some birthday presents. So they were on sale, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're on sale. I'm grabbing the money and ordering it. So, and what happens is if I ordered online, I usually use something called Ibotta because I make money back on Ibotta. Anyway, so I ordered it online, and I just go ahead and I take this and I put it back into the bank. So I grabbed what was there. I spent just that. I didn't go over. and then I put it back in the bank so it cancels each other out, if that makes sense, okay? Because people do ask me sometimes about that too. How do you take your cash when those kind of things happen? And that's what I do. Next is clothing, which is, you know, winter's coming, so I'm gonna have to buy new stuff, new boots and things for the kids, so definitely good to start saving here. Let's go ahead and do this one. I always find it so hard for people that live in the snow. So I live in California, and like the coldest it gets where I am, I mean, there's parts of California that get snowy, right? But where cold it gets for me is like, I think maybe 30 last year. So I know that's crazy to people. Like my brother lives in Wisconsin, so it's insanely cold there. But I always feel bad because the stuff for winter is so expensive. Boots and coats and jackets and mittens and the whole thing. I don't know how people afford that. It is so expensive. But so I guess I'm thankful that I don't have to spend that money. Of course, I guess we do have to spend a lot for summer here because it's like 110 outside. All right, Christmas is coming. Let's go ahead and scratch one. All right, we got 20. Okay, but we have more money, so let's do another one. Let's do this one here. And I'm doing another one here instead of going to the next one, just because Christmas is so close. I kind of feel like I need to get on it. I kind of went slow this year on Christmas. Okay, 35. Let me get the stuff out. I can't stand the stuff that it... All right, I love scratchers. I really do, because I actually kind of like them better than coloring, but I don't like the stuff that it leaves. Okay, 20, 35, that's perfect. So we got 20, 25. Let's see how much we got going on in Christmas. Again, I pulled some money because I found something on sale. I try to buy everything way ahead of time. I only buy my kids 3 gifts each. Because again, even if you're going to spend the money on Christmas, not having frugality in mind when you're in debt just isn't wise. So I try to find things on sale, and even my little ones don't care if they get a used gift here or there, as long as it's in good condition, of course, is my mom's standard. But yeah, all right, we got 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65 bucks going for Christmas. So that is awesome. All right, so that is going to be it for today. I stuffed my wallet, so it's all set for the month. We did that debt from that thing that I forgot, but I had that magic month, so that's sweet. And now I did a little bit of a savings challenge, what was left over from my wallet and being frugal through the month. So as always, I want you to find joy in your journey along the way. And of course, I will see you next time.